Meantime, a soon-to-be retired Schenectady officer had his day in court following a road rage incident that happened last year. John Hotelling is accused of pointing a gun at two people after they supposedly honked the horn when he sped around them. Well, this evening he accepted a plea deal. Our Brandon Lewis was in Glenville Town Court tonight. He's now live in studio. And Brandon, tell us exactly what happens from here.
Authority Hotelling will spend the next 6 months on probation. He'll also have to undergo anger management, a mental evaluation, and serve 25 hours of community service. Hotelling must also surrender any weapons for 6 months, but he could have reapplied to get those back next year. Tonight, the victim in the case says he's not happy with the deal.
Got in the car, not wanting to bother soul.
Jeffrey Arno says he was teaching his grandson to drive with his son in the back seat on Maple Avenue in Glenville when they were passed by then Schenectady police officer John Hotelling.
Not just passing him on the double line, but he cut in as close as possible.
Arno admits he honked the horn, and when they stopped at this intersection, he says Hotelling got out and eventually went back to his car and pulled a gun.
The gun was shaking like this, back and forth. He first put it in my face, then into my son's face. And my son said, and he just, and he went up front, he was getting the license number on the phone with the dispatchers.
Hotelling then supposedly took off, but was found days later and arrested. In court, the district attorney's office cited a lack of evidence, leading to a plea deal that doesn't include jail time.
Had we gone forward on the criminal side, I don't think they would have been able to secure a conviction beyond a reasonable doubt.
Hotelling will have to do community service, undergo anger and mental health evaluations, can't own a gun for 6 months, and was forced to retire from the department. As a 20-year veteran, he'll still get a pension, something the court isn't allowed to take away.
He was a very good police officer for 20 years. He had an impeccable record, and he loved being a police officer. He certainly never intended to retire at the 20-year mark. I mean, he wanted to retire, 10 or so years longer.
It's ridiculous. What can I say? Justice has not been served. The common person has been let down today. Once again, we have a police officer who is walking away from what he did wrong.
Earlier today, Hotelling's attorney said he could eventually return to the police force, although not in Schenectady. Tonight, we spoke with the DA, who said that isn't possible under this agreement. Now, this agreement will make it technically like this never happened after 6 months, but the DA says it will show up in a background check. Live in studio, Brandon Lewis, CBS 6 News.